Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matthysse. What are my views on this fight? How do I think this fight will go? Both guys can punch. That's a given. But they're two different types of punchers. And for me, in my opinion, the answer to this fight may have already been won. You say, what are you talking about, Ingram? Or what are you talking about, Bayloric? How can the fight be won already? Well, I want to go back to the fight that Lucas Matthysse had against Lamont Peterson. And I want you to look at Danny Garcia's face before the fight. And Adrian Broner's face, if you can, and Amir Khan's face. Before the fight, they were like, Adrian Broner was like, yeah, go on, Peterson, you beat him tonight. Now, cheering him on until Matthysse landed. When Matthysse landed and Peterson was on his back, I think they cut to Danny Garcia's face. Danny Garcia's face was like this. I think Broner's face was like this as well. And Amir Khan's face was like this. Now, that paints a picture. Now, if the guy you're going to be fighting next, Lucas Matthysse, and you're Danny Garcia and you're doing this, that means to some people, you're shook. You're concerned. You didn't expect Lucas Matthysse to do what he did to Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson is a respected boxer. Some would say a top class. I think he's a decent, very good boxer. Is he elite level? I'd say he's elite level. Lamont Peterson, good fighter, very good fighter. And I believe he fought to a draw against Victor Ortiz. And one thing Victor Ortiz does, he knocks people down. He does. He's a puncher. So you can't really laugh at Peterson and say Peterson's a bum, because I don't think Peterson's a bum at all. And he gave Amir Khan all he could handle for 12 rounds. And I think Peterson's a very good inside fighter. Now, when Peterson decided to go inside against Matthysse, you saw what happened. Short shot inside, drops Peterson. And you saw how badly hurt Peterson was. And Peterson had no complaints with the referee stopping the fight. Now, going back to my point where I said that I think the fight has been lost already in terms of Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, I think, was visibly intimidated by Matthysse. At one point you see that you cut to him, he's got no shades on. The next minute you see he's got shades on. This guy, Danny Garcia, I think, and then he puts a front of like, yeah, I'm a bad man, yeah, number one. But I look at things like that. I look at a fighter's patterns. I talked about this for the Cleverly fight with Kovalev, and I'm seeing a pattern here with Danny Garcia. And this is the pattern I see with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, his wins against Amir Khan, Zab Judah, and Eric Morales. All those fights, he was very flat-footed. What I mean by flat-footed is that he's got a bit of a wide stance, and he's very basic coming forward. And I think against someone like Lucas Matthysse, when you can't, you're not using your feet to get out of the way of punches, and you're more or less standing your ground, there's one thing that happens, is that you're more liable to take shots flush on the chin. Instead of you, one who's a mover, he's a guy that stands in front of you and pretty basic, come forward. And therefore, you're going to take punches flush. Plus the fact that mentally you're intimidated by Lucas Matthysse. I don't care how big Danny Garcia talks about, yeah, and listen, his pops ain't doing the fighting, yeah? So don't worry about him. And this ain't, this isn't Amir Khan, where psychologically he's fighting with a chip on his shoulder and will get out of his game plan. And neither is this, what's the other guy? Zab Judah, who you'll fly off the handle when you say something to him. And neither is it Eric Morales, who, you know, to be honest, was past it. We're now talking about a prime 140 pounder who is coming to do damage and knows this guy. Listen, Matthysse is not just a puncher; he's a thinker. He's a thinker, and he didn't even turn up to the press conference because he didn't want to hear what the pups had to say. You know, Angel Garcia's got plenty to say, a lot of yap. Matthysse ain't interested in that. He don't care about that. So that game plan's out of the window. What I'll tell you this, as far as I'm concerned, I can't even see one winning this fight. Garcia's left hooks, the ones that I've watched him carefully, left hooks is when fighters have been doing nothing. The left hook he knocked Khan out with, Khan he threw a combination, he stood back, looked at his work, bang, got clocked with a left hook. When Morales got hit with left hook, there was a pause in between the left hook was landing. Morales stopped, bang, the left hook caught him. Now for me, the left hook is Garcia's signature punch, his best punch. But look at Garcia when he throws the left hook. He does roll when he throws the left hook, but his head, he drops his head and throws the left hook. So he's actually looking at a target. It's accurate because the guys that are standing there have got the chin up in here, and he's clipped him with the left hook. I don't think Lucas Matthysse is that easy to hit with the left hook. And I also believe that if you watch Lucas Matthysse fight against Peterson, people don't give him credit, but he's a little cute, he blocks. He's got a nice block to the left hook. So I can see Matthysse blocking that left hook. And Matthysse is a thinking fighter. He's not just going to come out swinging stupid left hooks. He will look at you, look at your footwork and look what you're doing. And if you look at the Lamont Peterson fight, for the first round, the commentator was saying, oh, he's not walking Lamont Peterson to the ropes. He didn't. But the second round, he said, right, I'm not going to give you as much room to throw your punches. I'm going to close you down and go to work. And I can see this happening with Garcia. Now, Garcia probably hasn't got hit as hard as he's going to get hit by Lucas Matthysse. I think Lucas Matthysse is the hardest puncher he would have faced. And you could say that Danny Garcia is the hardest puncher that Matthysse would have faced. However, Garcia depends very, very much on that left hook. Whereas for me, Lucas Matthysse can knock you out of a left hook, a right hand, a straight right hand. He is, for me, the all-round better puncher because he's got better variety of punches. He can sting you with a straight right, he can sting you with a left hook, he can sting you with the right hand. And when he stings you the shots, very much like our friend Kovalev, when he hits you, you stay hit. And for me, I see only one winner in this fight. Lucas Matthysse by knockout. I don't think this fight goes 12 rounds. I think anything within 1 to 6 rounds of this fight. I don't think the fight's going to go 12 rounds. I think I looked at the fight with Danny Garcia when he got stunned by Zab Judah. Danny Garcia was less likely. He didn't hold what Garcia did. He stood there and tried to fire back with his own left hook, which is a wild left hook. The only thing Matthysse has to look out for is the wild left hook. Danny Garcia's right hand is nowhere as powerful as his left hook. No way. He banks on that left hook. And for me, I think Danny Garcia can box. Don't get me wrong. He was an excellent amateur boxer, and he can get up on his toes and he can box. But he hasn't. In his professional career, he's been very much more of a plodder and believed in his punch power. For me, and hype a little bit too much. And between the two guys, in terms of hype, I think that Garcia believes in his own hype. Matthysse is, for me, I think the harder working of the two. Is less likely to buy into the hype. And when it comes down to nitty gritty, I think that Matthysse punches are going to be more accurate. I think Garcia is going to be there to get hit. I don't think Garcia has got a game plan in terms of switching up to doing something different. I think he'll fight the same way. And his feet being the way they're planted, and he plants his feet and to look for maximum power in his shots, I think there's going to be an undoing in this fight because he's going to be taking the maximum power from Lucas Matthysse, which means he's not going to go and get hit by the punches where someone like Peterson was pulling away from shot. Peterson was pulling away from the shot when he got caught with the first shot. He was pulling away from the right hand. I don't think that Garcia's going to be pulling away if he's going to be walking onto shots, which makes it's going to be double the amount of power he's going to get hit with. So this fight could end pretty early. And a bad sign for Danny Garcia. Unless Danny Garcia gets up on his toes and starts to move to take away the power from Lucas Matthysse, I see Danny Garcia getting starched inside 6 rounds. Garcia's got a good chin, but for against Lucas Matthysse, you need to move and get your shots off and move. I don't see Garcia being one of those fighters. And I think Lucas Matthysse is a better boxer than a lot of people give him credit for. Good fighters. Now hear me now. Good fighters work from the chin down. Great fighters work from the neck up, meaning the chin, and they use the brain. And I think that Lucas Matthysse has got an excellent boxing brain, knows how to close the ring down, knows how to make you fight his fight. And once Garcia gets hit with that power, and Matthysse starts applying pressure, you're going to see Danny Garcia revert to the whole swinging left hooks with his eye closed and all that sort of stuff. Lucas Matthysse will remain cool under pressure, block the left hook, and I see Matthysse stopping Garcia. Those are my thoughts about the fight. Let me know what you guys think. I could have got this completely wrong, but I'm pretty confident in this fight with Lucas Matthysse. There's a reason why he's on the Ring magazine front cover, and very soon we're going to discover why. Those are my thoughts. I'm out.